just started the video.
So here we put the squid on the plate, and it's dorsal side up, so that's the darker side. You're going to see darker spots on here. Those are called chromatophores, and they're what allow the squid to change color. Those on either side are the fins. They're going to help the squid change direction. And this whole area at the top, that's called the mantle. And everything's inside the mantle. You can see that it's kind of empty and things are just shoved up in it. So the pen is going to be down the center of the mantle, and it's going to be inside, and we'll take a look at that later. But it's that dark spot, that dark line. Okay, the eyes are on either side of the body right there. The squid has 2 tentacles, those are the longer ones, and 8 arms. So we're going to pick up the squid now, and we're going to look in between the arms. Oh, there's the tentacles on the squid. And we're going to open up the arms and look down the center, and that's where the mouth is going to be. It's called the buccal bulb.
Yeah, so the buccal bulb is the whole thing, and there's a beak inside the buccal bulb. We're going to pull it out in a little bit.
So if you look closely, you can see the beak right in there on your own squid.
And if you feel it, you can sometimes feel the beak. It's kind of sharp. It feels kind of sharp and hard. And the beak is just the squid's mouth. It's what they eat with.
Okay, we're going to flip over our squid so the light side is up. Okay. And that's the collar down at the bottom of the mantle. Okay, it's where it connects. And now we're going to look at the siphon. The siphon is the funnel, and the squid can push water out of it to move.
Also, it pushes ink out of there when it's scared. It'll shoot ink out to make a cloud of ink in the water.
Okay, we're going to keep it with the light side up, and we're going to start cutting up the middle of the mantle. So if you notice, you can see that I'm not cutting any of the organs inside, just the covering.
So you need to make sure you pull the mantle up away from the organs so you don't accidentally cut into all the organs when you're cutting the mantle. You cut all the way to the end.
Okay, open up the mantle, and we're going to pin either side of the mantle down to your mat so you can take a look at what's inside. Alright, so the first thing we see are the fins, the gills, not the fins, on either side. Okay, that's what they look like. And I'm going to remove mine. You do not have to remove yours from your squid, though. And I'm going to place them in some water so we can look at what they look like when they're actually in the water.
So the gills are part of the respiratory system. So we have lungs, but squid, since they're in water, they use gills to get the oxygen they need out of the water. And you can see them when they're in water in this petri dish. Hopefully you can see they're kind of more spread out. And that's part of the respiratory system.
So they're going to kind of look a little feathery and floaty here. So the reason it does that is so it has a lot of surface area to be able to pick up all the oxygen in the water. Alright, we're going to locate the ink sac next. So it's right there, it's that dark spot in the middle. And we're going to just remove it for now. So just snip it off at the top. Okay, next we're going to be looking for the hearts. The squid has 3 hearts. So they're very small and just at the top in there.
And they're really hard to find. So if you can't find yours, that's okay.
There's one right there, and the other's right there.
So those were branchial hearts, and then, oh, whoops, there's my hair. And then we're trying to find the systemic heart. We didn't really find it. We couldn't really find it. So if you can't find your hearts, that's okay, because they're kind of little.
But again, there's the branchial hearts.
That right there is the stomach. The stomach is up there as well. That thing that we're poking right now. That's the stomach.
Alright, we're going to go back and look at the beak again and the buccal bulb. This time we're actually going to remove it from the squid. So it's attached a little bit to the arms, so we are going to snip just around the buccal bulb. You can see there. We're just going to snip around it. Alright, and then we're going to pull it out. It's a little difficult to do, but it's the hard round part, and if you just keep wiggling it out, eventually it will come out. Alright, there it goes. When it comes out, there's a long tail attached, and that's actually the esophagus for the squid, so that's where the food travels to the stomach. Okay, up here we're looking at the reproductive organs. They're going to be at the top of your squid. If you have a male, you're looking for a white blobby area. If you're a female, you could have yellowish eggs at the very top.
This one is a male, though. You can't see it very well, but there was some white at the top there.
Okay, you're going to remove all the organs from your squid, and then you're able to see the pen. Okay, so it's what's remaining of the shell that squids used to have. Able to poke the ink sac and let some ink out, you can try writing with your pen.
So we didn't get the sharp part of the pen out, but the point, it comes to a point at the end of the mantle, and you can use that point to dip it in the ink. Try and write your name or some kind of star or shape on your lab packet if you can with that ink.